What is up, guys? I am Matt. This is V.
Really?
What is up, guys? I am Matt. This is Obi-Wan Baloney, the one and only. You like that name, right?
Yeah.
Today, folks, we're going to be talking about a huge trend right now. Everybody is talking about it, and so we are going to get into fidget spinners.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. All right, so Owen and I first got into fidget spinners how long ago?
6 months, I think.
I've known about these things for about 1.5 years now. I think they first started getting really popular in like the EDC community, knife community, the vaping community. He's already yawning. And now they're definitely more mainstream. I don't know who made the first one or anything like that, but that's where I first saw them, where it's like those smaller, niche communities. And now everyone's got these, including lots of younger kids and stuff. You got multiple categories of fidget spinners. You got metal ones. A lot of those are a little more expensive, but you can find some decent budget ones, which I will show you guys here in a second. Also, you got the plastic ones. You see these all over. You see them on Etsy, things of that nature. And usually they're not as good a quality. And a lot of that has to do with bearings inside. And they do vary as far as bearings that are inside of these, but usually they're a little bit cheaper bearings and stuff. But if you have bought any of these on Etsy, you can see that a lot of these makers will offer them with different bearing types. Basically, with fidget spinners, people either are like, wow, those look really cool, I kind of want one, or they just don't get it at all. At first, I didn't really get it at all. But then I started playing with them and I understood it. I mean, I am a fidgeter, play with pens, pencils, things like that. I'm constantly moving and stuff, tapping my leg, and they do help with stuff like that. There are even some schools that are letting kids use these in class if it helps them concentrate, as long as they're not a distraction and stuff. Psychologists out there that have even prescribed these to kids that have said that these can be helpful for kids when they're trying to concentrate. Maybe they have anxiety issues, maybe they have attention, span issues, things of that nature. But it's become more than just that too. I mean, there's adults like me that collect these, and people like higher end ones, more expensive ones, and then people like the really nice bearings so they spin a long time and things of that nature. A lot of the metal ones that you'll see, the higher end ones, they are up over $100. But one of the best budget brands that I have tried that still makes really nice metal ones with really nice bearings inside is Spinetic. Haven't sponsored me, haven't given me anything for free. I bought a few of these though, and you can get these guys for, $35, $40. The difference is that they're made in China, but they have like the same bearings as the more expensive ones, like the torque bars, the stubbies. These two, the torque bar and the stubby, I would say they're probably still the most popular out of all of them. So Owen, what are your favorites? If you can play with any kinds, what do you like? Do you like the ones that are like the tri-spinners here? This is a tri-spinner. Do you like the ones that just, jet out on two sides? It's two bi-spinner. I don't know what they're calling it nowadays. You like the heaviest one, huh? I forget the name of that, but I'll flash it up on the screen. So what is it that you like about spinners?
What they're meant for? Spinning them?
I know, but like if you feel like nervous and stuff like that, do they help you to play with them? To help you concentrate? Do they help you kind of sit still sometimes? If you get spinners and you're worried about spin time, or maybe it's just not working as well as it did when you first got it, these bearings need to be cleaned. If you guys want me to make a separate video on that, if you're into these and you want to see that, let me know, I will. But I use basically a carb cleaner along with some air, some compressed air. All these spinners that I've ever tried, you can take the buttons off of them and get to the bearings inside. But like with the plastic ones like he has, well, these are usually 3D printed. The buttons are press fit. And so you pull the buttons out that way, and then you can get to them. Now, the difference between like the tri-spinners or the, I guess you would call this like a quad spinner. I don't know all the terminology, guys. I'm not a spinner expert. But the difference between ones like this and maybe one like the torque bar that jets out on both sides is usually the spinning is not as smooth with these, like the torque bar. It has more feedback, if that makes sense. So here, I'm gonna spin this one. When I move it back and forth, it's got vibrations. I personally like that. So I use ones like this and the torque bar more than I do, you know, ones that have the multiple different arms coming off of it. And these are a smoother spinner. They don't make those vibration noises as much. People like that or they don't. A lot of these ones will tend to spin longer too because of that. Maybe they're a little bit heavier, maybe they're weighted more. You know, the metal ones usually will spin longer, they're heavier, they're made better usually, and they have really nice bearings in them. These plastic ones, they usually have to make them bigger to be able to put weights in the ends here. So they'll be heavy enough to even spin. But like this one has one of the cheaper bearings in it. It doesn't spin for super long. We had a lot more of these, but obviously the kids lose them. So that doesn't have a long spin time, but then you could take one like this and or the Spinetics, and it could spin for 3, 4, 5 minutes. Also, some of these you can table spin too, so people spin them that ways and spin them on the table. Kind of multiple different kinds of people that are into this. Some of them care a lot about spin time. Some of them just care about the fidgeting aspect of it. Torque bars are good for fidgeting. This OD spinner is one of my favorites, made in Malaysia. It's also good for fidgeting. Really like that. But as far as the cheaper ones, the Spinetics are one of the best right now. Owen really likes these ones like the Liberty Bell one. I think they have a newer version of this. This one's pretty good, but it's got some sharp edges. VC spinner is pretty good. That's not super expensive either. The Liberty one's not super expensive.
Was this one expensive?
Yeah, that one was pretty expensive. Like this one was, I don't know, 125 bucks or something like that. And then you got like the Stubbies. Yeah, those are made in England, over 100 bucks for sure. The torque bars, I believe, are made in the States, over 100 bucks. So it depends on where they're made too, how expensive they're gonna be. The ones made in China, like the Spinetics, and there's a lot more being made in China now, will have a lot of the good quality and will work on, you know, just as well as the more expensive ones, but they're made in China. So it depends on if you care about where stuff's manufactured. And also people like making slow motion videos with these. They like the cool designs that some of them make. So Owen wanted to make this video really bad and now he's basically not saying anything. Any more thoughts about spinners?
I like them at least. I think they're pretty cool.
There's also other fidget toys out there too, like, you know, tops, these Beglares, which I'm not even sure how to use. There's, what else, what other kind of fidget toys are there?
Fidget cubes.
Yeah, fidget cubes, you see stuff like that. And so there's a lot of different stuff out there. It's kind of interesting. Like I said, people either get it or they don't. If you're not sure if you're gonna like them or not, you could pick up one of these 3D printed ones. There are some brands that make 3D printed ones that are really good with good bearings in them, but they're gonna be a little more expensive. If you get one of the $5 ones off of Etsy or something, they're not gonna spin for as long. They're gonna kind of be, you know, they'll probably be a little bit bigger too. The really small plastic ones barely spin at all because they're just not heavy enough. But if you're willing to pay 30 to 40 bucks, check out the Spinetics.
Whoa.
I think that these are one of the best for the price right now. If you guys are into this stuff, you want us to make another video on these, let us know. We can do a versus video. We could put a really expensive spinner up against a cheaper spinner, or maybe you're not into this stuff at all, and I totally respect that too. Or I can show you to make a video on how to clean these also. So let me know, guys. And Owen's just doing his own thing. Ain't no thing but a chicken wing.
I like spinners, I like tops.
So yeah, I realize I've been the one doing most of the talking here, but Owen just wanted to, you know, chill and play with spinners.
Yeah.
Brah.
Oh, and as will always, guns, bro!
That was premature. If you like this video or our other videos, please give this a big thumbs up.
And if you haven't seen many of our videos, please subscribe to them now.
And as always, guys.
And as always, guys,